YouTube? We are back, Ben and TJ, for round 2 of locals over at Sully's Abode. This time we've got Rosemon, played by Camry on the left, and we've got Melga making a comeback with Mike on the right. So, like I said, this is round 2. We have links to round 1 and 3 and 4 in the video description below. So if you guys want to check those out, please feel free. You guys have really made us feel good about ourselves by giving us a lot of support during this series. So we really appreciate it. And I think we just love the fact that you guys are enjoying it. So we're having a good time. We're glad that you're having a good time as well. So thank you guys again for all the support. And we hope to keep doing this for you guys. So without further ado, let us hop right into it.
The validation. So I think this is Mike's first time being in the channel in a while. I don't think because him and Will were gone for a while. They had a lot of trips. They were really busy, life stuff happening, yada yada. Mike is much like you, that blue player. Like, he is someone who has dedicated his heart and soul to the craft. I can't remember the last time. I think the only time I've seen him play a color that wasn't blue was when he played Ravemon for like a week or two.
Sure.
Yeah, he's a pretty good opening turn.
Gabu Cool Boy, which picks up the Melga X. Got Camry going into a Lala. Digivolving in the back into Sunflow. The new Sunflow, which is pretty good. It does help give you another ramp of efficiency. He opts to just hard play a Yoshino to give Mike 4.
Just getting stuff ready.
Yeah.
Wants to make sure he has the memory next turn to do stuff with. Mike's going to opt to just search for some cards. That is the alternate of the BT5 Gabu. I don't remember where that art is from, but it is a very nice art.
He is blinging that deck out.
Yeah. I think he has max rarity Melga, I'm pretty sure, outside of just needing some cool boys that he's missing.
And to go back to the play that Camry did too, just to give Mike 4 memory, like, nowadays you do get a little afraid doing that, but I think Camry probably read the board state where it's just like, Melga is going to take some time to set up. It's going to need to find its pieces and build a stack, so you're not afraid giving it that memory early on.
Yeah, it's early enough in the game state.
And with Rosemon needing that setup, you kind of want to get that piece out earlier rather than later.
Definitely. So Digivolves for 1 into Lila, using the main effect. It should have actually been. It's gonna gain a memory off the Yoshino. I think he should have done it for free, actually, off of the Lala Inheritable. Unless it's a choice thing. Either way, it doesn't matter. He goes ahead and goes into Rose. Either way, the memory still plays out the same, or pretty similarly.
Suspends both Cool Boy and Gabu.
Yeah, he actually could have been one more memory up, I think. But regardless.
Decides to burst mode. Returning 1 Yoshino, suspending it to gain a memory.
Oh, wait. I see what he did, actually. So, the Sunflow, you have to suspend to Digivolve. Does see the burst mode play, so I think this is a little bit of a misplay from Camry, just so we don't get grilled in the comments. So I think Camry accidentally used the Inheritable of Sunflow when reducing the cost, when the Inheritable would not be live at the time. So he should have Digivolved for 2 initially, should have been at 2.
Sure.
And then gone into Rose, which he would have... I think he still would have been able to keep turn with everything he had. Because he would have gone into Rose for 2. Which would have been fine because he would have gained a memory off the Yoshino, and they could have gained another memory off the... Yeah, so it still would have all played out roughly the same, just a little bit odd sequence of effects there.
So we see Mike play a Hammer Spark and another Cool Boy just to kind of keep digging. Looks like he's missing that maybe 1 X-Antibody piece, and decides to say, we keep going, and goes into Werguru, starter deck Werguru in the back to give Camry his 3 memory.
And Mike runs a very option sort of focused version of the deck, I've noticed. I will say, I think. Did Camry trash too when he went into the first burst mode? And then do a check?
I think he did 2 checks.
Yeah, should have only trashed 1 because he only trashed for every 2 of your opponents suspended.
Trashes 1 there and checks for 1. Trash the X-Antibody, but then check the Gabu.
I just need to check earlier that I'm missing, and my brain is not cooking. Anyways, either way, that's fine. Looks like they're just trying to consider what's happening. It's now Mike's turn at 1. He is in a rough spot.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a Garuru X. If he tries to swing in unsuspend, I believe burst mode is going to lock it down.
Correct.
Because until the end of basically Mike's turn right now, all of his Digimon and Tamers can't unsuspend.
We can't get the benefit off of the Cool Boy, even if he did have the Warguru X antibody.
Yeah.
Melga's unsuspending effects won't proc, so he's just in a rough spot. I think they're also discussing.
Okay, this was me, so I think I caught it on the side there, and I was like, wait, how many did you trash? I looked at Mike's board state. And I think, right, I remember this, because he swung at the Gabu, and then he trashed 2 off security. I'm like, well, if you swung at the Gabu, you wouldn't have trashed 2.
Sure,
I thought, so I caught it on the side there. Maybe I should take the judge test. Jarrell was just saying, he's like, "Will you take the judge test the other day?"
You know,
I was like,
yourself.
I don't know. I hate tests. So. Man, not good with them. I'm terrible in that. Put me in the setting, I can answer almost any question. Put me in a testing situation, I
feel you.
I'm like, my brain is butter, bro. It doesn't work.
Mike decides to push up after all that deliberation. I think I don't know what he's saying, but it looks like he's just like, I'm in a rough spot. which
he's trying to think, because like he can gain memory off the hammer sparks he has in hand, but the issue is that his even if he was able to get up to Metalgarurumon X and bounce things right now, realistically he'd probably he can't even unsuspend to try and bounce it, so it's just rough. Which they know there's an X-Antibody in security. Nothing else had happened in the game state at that point, so they opted just to rewind that back. Yeah. But realistically, it doesn't matter, because Camry just swings, suspends a card, trashes top, and then that's it. And like, even if he goes into Melga Ace, it's not going to be enough to pass turn.
And here we're just talking about like what he could have done.
Yeah, which he could have gotten a blocker, but he wouldn't have been high enough DP. He had no battle protections. He was missing his Guru X. So it's just a bit of a rough game there for Mike. So move on to game 2.
But keeping it with the Old Faithful, I like it. I think Melga, if I'm not mistaken, did top at the most recent set of regionals, both in Latin America and in North America. So I think I saw Eggman do something where there were 2 Melga lists that were pretty interesting.
I mean, the new Werguru is it's honestly really good. Even though the Inheritable doesn't let you unsuspend, which, mind you, for people that don't know, there was an errata where the Inheritable isn't the same as its one attacking effect. It is, one attacking. Trash a card to delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So just something to keep in mind with that. But yeah, it's given Melga back like the level 5 that it needed, because that was the issue, is that they just didn't have another good level 5 outside of the promo Werguru, right?
Right.
Although it is in this weird spot right now where people are mixing blue and purple, we don't have the EX cards to kind of like fill the middle gap there, so things are a little bit inconsistent.
Alright, so Mike is going first. Gives Camry 4, plays out his memory setter. I love that mat, by the way. Not just in Melga, but like in all my purple decks, that mat is so beautiful.
So good.
I love him.
A memory setter that gains you a memory when you trash a card from your hand is cracked for purple. It is absolutely probably the best purple like memory setter right now, by far.
100%. You see Camry play out a Pal to search. He picks up a Sunflow and gives Mike his 3. Here we see Mike. I think if you can see his hand, it looks a little rough. I mean, he doesn't have a rookie right now, so he's sort of stuck. He decides to just go ahead and plays out the promo Guru that lets him draw. So
he's got to do something. He can't just waiting back.
Yeah.
It looks like lucky for him.
Camry's also in the same spot.
Yeah. Ooh, that Altar Green memory boost though. Not the one you just played, but the one you just revealed. The Kuwagamon on it. Yeah, those mem boost alts from the AB2 boxes look so good, man.
They're so good.
It's so clean. So expensive though. Too rich for my blood.
Then we see a Digivolve to keep turn, goes into red veggie, taps Yoshino, and then he's able to set up a Sunflow in the back. So not bad. Not bad there.
Kind of getting a board state set up.
Okay, so we see Mike going to Guru X.
Nice. He did see. I think he just drew the Guru X too.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to sort of figure out a play here.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Go where Guru.
He luckily does have the 1 layer of battle protection. Looks like he's trying to math some stuff out with the mat that he has. He will be able to gain a memory off it when he swings with that Guru. He does have battle protection, like we just said. He'll be able to draw an additional card as well.
It decides to swing.
Ooh. I think that's what he was missing. He just drew a Guru X.
Yeah.
Does get the swing. Trash the card. Gains a memory. 1 check. Still
He's like, yes.
a little fist pump there. Like, oh, awesome. Thank goodness. I don't lose my sources.
It goes into Sagittarius mode to help him cycle.
Give it more draws, better protections on the stack.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think about what he wants to do next. Did see another X-Antibody, which is a little kind of...
yeah. He's able to tuck it under. I think he's going to declare the swing and then proc X-Antibody effect to go into the Where X, which will let him unsuspend and bounce Camry's red veggie to hand.
Yep.
He's 1 check. Lives again. Nice. Finally sees a rookie. So Digivolve's in the back. Okay. Okay.
Ooh, but then... Well, he does have the purple Guru, I think, in hand they drew earlier. Does play a Gobble here just for a bit more search. I think it's smart.
Okay. He's able to pick up an Omni.
Oh, opts for the Melga. I think he actually was missing a Melga in hand, so...
Fair.
And so now, he's in a pretty good spot. Now, admittedly, Camry is also in a good spot. He has plenty of memory.
So
but it's going to go ahead.
Sunflow to go into Lila.
Yep, it's Lila for 1. Can play out a Yoshino. Opts to not use the other Yoshino just yet. Pops his green Mem boost. Gonna pay 2 to go into Rose there, because he can reduce the cost by 1 for the Sunflow inheritable. Does suspend the Where to unsuspend himself, and then because something became suspended, he can suspend something else.
That's so nasty. Now decides to tap both Yoshinos to go back up to 4, and this is where I feel like it's about to get a little rough.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
goes in a
there's
burst
the burst mode for free. Nothing else to suspend, but nothing can unsuspend until the end of Mike's next turn here. We'll swing. He'll trash 1 and then do 1 check. Or not. I think right now Mike is considering if he wants to
Ace.
Yeah, if he wants to blast Digivolve. Because this is the window. So the when attacking would trigger to trash a card. And then his counter timing would come up where he could blast Evo. I'm assuming he just chooses not to. Oh, it does get 2 checks because of the
Lila.
Yeah, I forgot. Whoops. Woo!
Plays out a
Scary.
Lala.
Probably what happened in game 1 too is 2 checks off of the Lila.
He'll pick up a Sunflow. Assuming he'll probably Sunflow. When Digivolving will tap itself to play out
the BT11 pal, which is start of main phase, draw a card. Man, I actually really like that Palmon and the red Vegemon too that we got in that. Or I think it's just Veggie. They don't get enough play, I think, but I also can understand why they don't, because it's just cheaper Evo cost is so much more just effective in this game right now. Or search. It's hard to find the space for them over like the Pomus that we have and other stuff.
Mike goes into Garuru, I believe, from the starter deck on top of his Gabu. It goes into a Garuru. Looks like just to draw.
Yeah, he's trying to see what he wants to do here. He does have that Ice Wall in hand. He's considering it, but he realizes now that because he promoted that stack, if there's another burst mode, he'll be able to trash 2.
Yeah.
And he'll just resuspend Mike's whole board. It's rough, man. If you can't answer Rosemon on a return play, you can just sometimes see the whole board locked
I have
out.
been on the receiving end from you on that. On that.
Oh, no. I've never done that to you. That couldn't have been me. That was a different TJ.
So he does end up playing the Ice Wall, passes over 3 to Cam. And I guess we'll see what Cam's got in store, but it's looking pretty rough for Melga right now.
And I gotta just say, our Rosemon players have been cooking.
Yeah.
They have been doing a bang up job recently. But yeah, just swings, trashes 2. Oh. Yeah. And like even if he can blast Evo, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, he would blast Evo and decide to pitch, right? Lose 2 memory from the burst mode swing in and then take over turn.
It's already game though.
Yeah.
Because he trashes 2 and then swing, the swing goes through for game. So yeah, that's it. A very, very powerful 2-0. I mean, there's a breaking coming out from Mike's side, which is rough, but even when he was able to make his plays, it was Camry just had him in a vice.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the one big thing that Melga does struggle against, right? Is like the ability to block your unsuspend. Like we saw that with Black War Gray back in BT11 when this was still full force, you know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't restricted yet, but it just had such a bad time against Black War because once it unsuspended, it would just die. And it wasn't dead by battle, it was a dead by effect, so your whole stack's gone.
Yep. And the thing too with Black War, it had so many layers of protection that it didn't, like, even if it was their turn and they unsuspended first to try and bounce you, it didn't matter. Because you just survived it anyways. You'd survive that bounce attempt. And the other thing too, the fact that Black Wars, when something unsuspends, is a you may effect. Like you may choose to delete something when unsuspends, means that your opponent could just wait for you the right time to delete you. They didn't have to let it, like, there's no way to waste the effect basically.
Right, for sure. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just rough when Melga can't unsuspend. It like lives and dies by its ability to swing from multiple checks through that effect, and once you shut that down, I think there's just very little it can do, at least for now.
And it gets scarier too. The more we see cards that stop you from suspending or unsuspending.
Got a lot of that coming back in BT14 and EX5, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we do.
Camry and Rosemon takes it in 2. So that was round 2. We will be moving on to round 3 in a quick second. Like I said, links to all of the matches will be down below. And we will catch you on the next round. Bye, guys.
Bye.